You finally get 2 quiet minutes because your child is zoned out with a screen, a gadget, or a toy that promises independent play. And instead of relief, you feel that tiny pinch of guilt. Like, why does this still feel hard? If that's you, you're not alone. Parenting young kids is loud, tiring, and nonstop. You're doing it on broken sleep, with a nervous system that rarely gets a real break. Of course, you reach for things that promise calm, quiet, or a few minutes to breathe. That makes sense. You are not weak for that. You are human. And you are not broken. Today, we're not here to shame any tools or any parents. We're here to gently look at 5 very common, helpful products that can quietly make development and daily life harder, especially for kids ages 0 to 6, and what you can do instead in simple, realistic ways. Here's the simple version of what's happening in your child's brain. Think of their nervous system like a small, growing muscle. It gets stronger by doing little bits of work, resting, and then trying again. When something always does the work for them, soothing them, entertaining them, or solving frustration instantly, that muscle doesn't get many chances to grow. So the goal isn't to take everything away. The goal is to support that muscle instead of replacing it. Let's talk about 5 products that often replace skills instead of building them. Screens as a calming tool. Screens can feel like a lifesaver. You need to cook, or breathe, or stop the meltdown in the grocery store. And for a moment, everything is quiet. The problem isn't that screens exist. It's when they become the main way your child calms down, waits, or copes with big feelings. When a screen always steps in, your child's brain doesn't get much practice learning, I can be bored, or I can be upset and come back down. The mistake to stop using screens as the first and only tool for regulation, especially for big emotions. The calm alternative. Try this instead. 1. Pause for 10 seconds before offering the screen. 2. Name what you see. You're really upset. That was hard. 3. Offer one simple choice. A hug, a quiet corner, or a simple toy. If you still use the screen sometimes, that's okay. Progress over perfection. Real-life example. Your child is crying because you turned off the TV. You feel your shoulders tighten. Instead of immediately turning it back on, you kneel and say, "You're mad. You wanted more. I'm here." You sit together for a few breaths. Maybe they still cry. But you're teaching their nervous system that feelings can rise and fall without being fixed by a screen. 2. Baby containers for long stretches. Swings, bouncers, activity seats, walkers. These can be helpful in short bursts. They let you shower. They give your arms a break. But when a child spends a lot of time contained, their body misses chances to explore, roll, crawl, reach, and balance. Those movements are not just physical. They build the brain. The mistake to stop using containers as the main place your baby or toddler spends their awake time. The calm alternative one. Aim for more floor time than container time. 2. Create one safe, boring space where your child can move freely. 3. Sit nearby, not to entertain, but to be a calm presence. Real-life example. Instead of putting your baby back in the bouncer, you lay a blanket on the floor. They fuss for a moment. You sit close and say, "I'm right here." Soon they start kicking, turning, or reaching. That's their brain building itself, one tiny move at a time. 3. Flashy, noisy, do-everything toys. Toys that light up, sing, and talk can look impressive. They promise learning, they promise engagement. But when the toy does all the work, your child does very little imagining, problem-solving, or experimenting. The mistake to stop choosing toys that entertain your child instead of inviting your child to play. The calm alternative one. Offer simpler toys. Blocks, cups, dolls, cars, scarves. 2. Rotate toys instead of adding more. Fewer choices often means deeper play. 3. Let your child lead, even if the play looks boring to you. Real-life example. Your child stacks the same 3 blocks again and again. You feel the urge to show them something cooler. Instead, you watch. They knock them down. They try again. That repetition is their brain learning cause and effect, patience and focus. 4. Snack pouches and constant grazing. Quick snacks are convenient. They stop meltdowns fast. They buy peace in the car or the store. But when kids always eat on the go or always from pouches, they miss chances to chew, explore textures, and listen to their own hunger and fullness cues. The mistake to stop using snacks as the main tool to manage emotions, boredom, or waiting. The calm alternative one. Keep some regular sit-down eating moments, even short ones. 2. Let your child touch, squish, and explore food. It's part of learning. 3. When they're upset, try comfort first, not food first. Real-life example. Your toddler asks for a snack right after a small frustration. You pause and say, "You're upset. Come here." You hold them for a moment, then you decide together if it's actually snack time. You're teaching them that feelings don't always need to be filled with food. Instant fix discipline tools. Things like reward charts for every tiny behavior or constant threats of losing something can seem like they work. The behavior stops, for now. But over time, your child learns to behave for prizes or to avoid fear, not because they're learning skills like waiting, calming, or problem-solving. The mistake to stop relying only on external control instead of building internal skills. The calm alternative one. Describe what you want to see. Hands stay down. 2. Help your child do it. Let's try that together. 3. Notice effort, not just results. You tried again. That was hard. Real-life example. Your child hits when frustrated. Instead of immediately threatening a consequence, you gently hold their hands and say, "I won't let you hit. You're angry. Let's stomp instead." You're teaching a skill, not just stopping a behavior. If you use some or all of these tools, you're not doing anything wrong. You're trying to survive your days. That matters. This isn't about throwing everything away. It's about noticing where a product is replacing a skill your child could slowly learn with your support. Calm parenting is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And like any skill, it grows in small, imperfect steps. You don't need to change everything this week. Just pick one tiny moment. One pause, one different response. Your child doesn't need a perfect parent. They need a present one. And you're already closer to that than you think. Take a breath. You're doing something really hard, and you're doing it with care.